Hiya, SunflowerBill here, how's it going? I'm feeling quite energised after a trip to RHS Wisley yesterday with some friends, so I'm feeling quite motivated. Physically I'm quite tired because it was a long day, and I was up rather early this morning to pick up my mum from the airport, but I'm away for the week and I just decided I'm going to have a bit of a sowing marathon today. So I'm going to be sowing some brassica. I'm going to be sowing some tomatoes and chilies, which I'll then take home to put in my heated propagator. And I think I'm also going to pot up some dahlia tubers. Okay, I've got my act together and I've decided what I'm actually going to sow after going through all of those boxes and being a bit overwhelmed with how many I had. Good thing I didn't buy any this year. This is all from last year. So peppers wise, I've decided to go for sweet Romano mixed, because I like doing a lot of like roasting and stuff with this. I'm going to go for hot razzmatazz because I think they look really cool, and cayenne because I think with these ones I might dry them and keep them as like chili flakes and stuff. Don't use an awful lot of chili, so these will be cool to do. I do have some bell peppers as well. Should I try them? I do have some bell peppers as well. Okay, right, I'm going to do those. So 2 types of pepper, one sweet, one normal, and then 2 types of chili pepper. So that's those. With the tomatoes, I had again far too many, but I'm going to go with the money maker. I'm going to go Roma because these are really good for roasting, and I think the money maker ones will be better kind of for like salad, maybe roasting as well. We'll see. And then, as I said, I do have cherry tomato yellow ones at home, so I will do these a little bit later. So that's what I'm going to get on with. I'm also going to sow some aubergine, only a couple. I should have probably done these a bit earlier because these take quite a while, I think, to come to maturity, but we are where we are. So that's what I'm going to crack on with now. I've just done loads of sowing, didn't film it because I did a sowing video the other day, but I've ended up doing 6 of each variety of the chilies and the peppers, and then for the tomatoes I've done quite like just a whole mini tray of each variety of tomato, because you can't get enough tomatoes and I can just give them away if not. But with the chilies I don't need so many, so we'll see how they get on. What I've decided to do now is I've got some more dahlias, I don't know how to say it. I always say dahlias and then people say I sound posh, but I think that sounds a bit more common. But anyway, doesn't matter. Me and 3 other people on our RHS Wisley trip yesterday picked these up at the same time without realising. So we've got a little competition going. So I am going to pot these up. I've not done dahlias. I've not done dahlias before. I think I put them in my garden when I first moved into my garden, and I definitely didn't do it right. They were lovely, but they just weren't in the right spot or anything. So I've taken a bit of advice from couple of people who are really into their dahlias, so I'm gonna just pot them up with the tuber sticking out of the top, and then what I've decided to do is those, along with the ones that I got from Wilko, which is like a mixed pack, they're gonna go around the front of my plot to have a nice display. So I've got this one which I just thought was gorgeous, Honey Hill lemon ice. I just think that will just be gorgeous in the sun. And then a classic cafe au lait. Everyone I know who's into dahlias likes cafe au lait, so I thought let's get them. And then I also finally picked up some onion sets, so I'm going to put those in modules just like my shallots, so I'll do those today. And then I think I'm done for the day. I've also done all my brassicas, so again with those I've just popped them in my I've got some propagator seed things like this, so I've done 1 each. I've done the broccoli, I've done cabbage, just 1 cabbage in the end I decided. Broccoli, purple sprout broccoli, cabbage, Brussels and cauliflower. So I've got 1 of each of them, so hopefully they'll do good. I did them about this time last year in the greenhouse and they germinated fine, but this year I've got them covered over because we've got that cold spell coming this week. Yes, I'm feeling really good, feeling very productive. It's always good to get some stuff done, isn't it? And I've just noticed that over there, I'll show you in a minute, I think I've got some garlic or some shallots coming up from last year that I think I put in the ground that I didn't prepare enough, so it didn't actually work last year, but definitely looks like something's coming up over there. don't know what to do about that. It got overrun with poppies, and I decided to leave the poppies because I like poppies. So yeah, I'll check those out in a minute. But first of all, I'm going to do some of these dahlia tubers and get those going. Here's one done. You just apparently top it up, keep the little tuber stem where obviously a stem has been cut off before poking out, and then that should produce some leaves. And then what I was told was that when there's maybe 4 or 5 true leaves showing, then you pinch it out, and that makes a bushier plant and you get better stems for cutting and more blooms. And so that will go outside, but for now it stays in here for a while. Yeah, fingers crossed it goes well. This is my first time doing dahlias properly, and apparently I'm going to get addicted, but we'll see how it goes. I like them a lot, but it's just whether I can keep on top of it. But easy enough so far, so just got to keep them away from the frost, and fingers crossed they'll be okay in here. Time for cafe au lait. So this is what a dahlia tuber looks like if you haven't done them before. Kind of look dead. This one, I don't think this one looks super healthy, to be honest, because I can see this bit doesn't look good, but let's just see. So yeah, I'm gonna stick this bit out the top. Now obviously these ones and the other packs I've got haven't got names for what they actually are, so I'm just going to label them as like pastel or something, so at least when I put them out I can try and have some kind of uniformity. I mean, I'm not really too fussed about having it, you know, they're all quite different colours. It's more just to have a bit of a show and have some cut flowers for myself if possible. But yeah, I'll just kind of name these ones pastel. Right, so that is us done for the day. I just need to water these. I'm aware they look very dry, but that's the onion sets in. That one is dislodged. These are coming home with me. My tomatoes and my chilies. I can't even see what that one says anymore. Never mind. Is that one? Oh gosh, they've all come off because they're all wet. Okay, that's annoying. I'm going to take a photo of that so I remember then. My brassica is down there. I've moved my peas. Look at all my dahlias. I hope they'll be okay. I have a little bit more time, and I've just remembered that last week I split up all of my bulbs of garlic, so I might chuck them in. It's not really where I wanted them to go, but I think these need to get in sooner rather than later, so I might just do that, and then I'm off. I'm off abroad for work this week, which is why I wanted to get at least the tomatoes and chilies done, so that they can romp away at home, and hopefully when I come back maybe see some movement. Might be a little bit early to see that. Yeah, fingers crossed this week is not too harsh on what we've already got here, but luckily I've only got garlic in the ground at the moment. Everything else is in the greenhouse. Fingers crossed it all should be all right. Today I've got my husband at the plot, which can only mean one thing. It's time to do some DIY. And today we've been super productive. Bought a bunch of compost and some recycled bits from various places. Some Neil's found at work and some from some kind neighbours. So I'm just going to show you a few videos today, just a short one, to show you what we've been up to, because I haven't really had time to film. But hopefully this will be really good for the plot going forward. So here we covered this area in plastic back in, I think, October or November, and today we decided to peel back some of it because I want to make some pea and bean supports with some bits that Neil got from work. So started off by covering it with cardboard because decided that this is going to be a no-dig area. There's lots of rogue seeds and bindweed under here. We put these like metal racking shelving corners in, bash them in. They're in quite deep. They've got lots of good holes in them as well, so I can put like twine through them. So yeah, then I just got on and put some compost in, and just kind of put them in lines against each row. But you'll see the finished product in a minute because I took a little break after this, because actually moving compost around is quite tiring. But I decided to get some strawberries the other day. Now, we did used to have strawberries on the plot. They were old ones, so we'd got rid of them and they weren't in the right place. So I've just got a couple. I don't really eat strawberries that much at all, if at all, actually. So I thought, what better than to grow them myself? So just covered them up to protect them a little bit. And voila, ta-da! You can see this is what the kind of almost final product looked like because I ran out of twine for the supports. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this looks and hoping that this will be really good support for my peas and beans. And then yeah, didn't cover all of the cardboard with compost because I want some paths, and I also topped up the rest of the raised beds, which was another jobbed. And it was just so nice to be in the greenhouse today, 26.5 degrees. I really hope that the warmth stays, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Yeah, see you all soon. Bye.